back to my YouTube channel, What You Think, because it's your girl Dominique, and I'm back with another video. So when y'all see me in these tank tops, just know she's working out. So yeah, so let me just get with y'all right quick. Let me get your ear right quick. And before I even start this video, I want to say I appreciate my true supporters who watch my videos, but I need y'all to hit that like button. It's free. You know, I hate to say it, but you know, if you've ever been in sales and marketing, it's certain things that you gotta repeatedly say. Even if you don't get the likes, I still have to say it. But you read the title, so you already know what we're talking about. We're talking about the spirit of Lil Ugly. I know it sounds funny, the spirit of Lil Ugly. When I heard it, I hollered. I swear to goodness, I hollered for a minute. I'm not even gonna lie. But I want to go ahead and give credit where credit is due, because I promised I would give this person credit, because some content creators, they may, get the idea from another content creator and then they don't give them credit. So I definitely want to give credit to this person. So hopefully you guys can see this. This is Mr. But he my age. Mr. Tony Gaskins. And he has a series on his channel. It's called the Lil Ugly series. So I want you guys it's about 30 videos. If you're a woman, if you're a man, go watch this series. It's hilarious. I've been watching it. Every morning I might pop it on, versus watching something that I don't need to watch. For one, he's married. For two, he's a Christian. And I don't want to follow somebody who I would be tempted by. I really want to follow men who are Christians, number one. Number two, they are faithful to their wives. So that's why I follow Tony. You know what I'm saying? So this video was inspired by him. We used to say that anyway. So we used to use that term when I was growing up anyway, the term Lil Ugly. Look, you're a little ugly, but this is not, like Tony say, it's not to be derogatory. It's not to belittle anyone. It is to definitely call out the spirits that's within your married partner. Excuse me, not your married partner. I can't even get the words out. This is to call out if your significant other is dealing with the spirit of Lil Ugly. It is. Okay, so let's get right into the video. So this title of the video is Living with Lil Ugly. Now, I know some of you may not like that term, but have you ever lived with a person who you genuinely know has a Lil Ugly spirit? You can tell by a person. From me, I feel like I live with a person who I consider a little ugly, had that little ugly spirit, because this person would never be happy for me. You know what I'm saying? Never genuinely be happy for me. Like, if I get promoted, if I get promoted at my job, this person would not be happy for me. They would not celebrate me. They wouldn't give me a card, candy, nothing. They wouldn't take me out. And I think for me, I was dealing with a spirit of little dummy, because I accepted it all those years. I accepted being just dumb, naive, making excuses for this person and not really genuinely calling them out on their stuff. So this person began to, because they knew they couldn't bring, 100% to me, I created a little ugly monster. And so that little ugly monster, they really just took me for granted. Really took me for granted. And that little ugly spirit, it always appeared when I was, either getting promoted, or it'll come about if, I want to go out, with my friends or something like that. That little ugly spirit will come out like, well, I ain't watching these kids. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? That little ugly spirit will come out and be like, oh, well, I'm not watching these kids, when they're your kids. You know what I'm saying? Or that little ugly spirit would say, you know, you talking to so and so at your job, knowing full well I wasn't talking to nobody. Now, we're gonna get into more of that because the story, this little ugly series, this is definitely for the women, and this is for the men who have that little ugly spirit. Because a lot of men right now, I'm telling you, they got that little ugly spirit, and they not gonna like it. And this is not only for the Christian men. This is for men who are outside of Christianity but claim they know who God is, or they serve God, or they're righteous, but really they're not righteous. They got that little ugly spirit. And if you're dealing with a man who is insecure, it's going to show. You know, it's going to show how they treat you. It's going to show how they treat their children. It's going to show how they treat other people. Now, this little ugly spirit, you know, it picks and chooses when it wants to present itself. All right, I don't know where I stopped, True Thinkers, but as you can hear, my baby, he's not a baby. He acts like a baby. He's not. He's in the other room, so he may come in here, and I may have... See what I'm saying? Like, my mom, what you doing? Where you at?
I want some cereals.
You want some cereals? Drink your milk first, and then I don't know where I left off, but we were talking about that little ugly spirit. Okay, so the little ugly spirit, you know, the first thing I want to say is that you have to be when you starting to date someone and you actually live with someone before you're married. And let me just say this. I'm not going to say everything, but just know, to the ladies who are out here right now, you're young, please, ladies, please do me this one solid. If you're dating a little ugly, don't live with this little ugly. Let this little ugly, especially for my Christian women, pray that God reveals this little ugly character sooner than later. Pray to God. I literally get on your knees. If you're in a relationship right now and you think you have a little ugly spirit, and I just described some of the qualities of a little ugly spirit. The little ugly spirit, let me tell you, for one, they're not always physically ugly. Like, sometimes they are the best thing smoking since sliced bread. You be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, the dude on Friday, Chris Tucker's character, when he said, "Dang," like that. That's how, you know, sometimes they are. But sometimes they are a little ugly on the outer, which makes them a little ugly on the inner, because their parents or their mom or their dad, they never put back into them. They never sold into them. I never had that issue growing up. I've always received praise from my mom, from my dad, especially my dad. I received praise from my dad. And not more so, my dad gave me praise more so about my mentality. You know what I'm saying? And how I carry myself. My mom would let me know, "Oh, you're so beautiful." She would instill things, but my mom would just instill a lot in me. So I never had those mommy and daddy issues, number one. I never dealt with a little ugly daddy and a little ugly mommy. Never had to deal with that, because that's another series. You can have a little ugly daddy and a little ugly mommy. But that's neither here nor there. So I don't want to get off a topic. So, ladies, if you're listening to this, I'm letting you know. And some of these men, you have a little ugly woman with you too. You know, every time you get promoted, you know, it's a problem. But to my ladies, pray. And to my men too, Christian men, pray that God reveals those little uglies to you sooner than later. But when you actually living with a person, and they have that little ugly spirit, my heart goes out to you. That's why I'm telling you, ladies, like, don't do it. Before you even get with this person, you better have a ring on your finger. And you better for sure know that this is the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. I'm not speaking, and we don't take that seriously. We get into these relationships and we're not really thinking long term. Can you look at this person for 50 years? Can you go on travel with this person for 50 years? Is this person are they happy for you? And then some people, they will put on a full mask So for the ones that you just like, oh, he's too good to be true, what you got to do is find out about his history, find out about his past, talk to previous women that he's dated, or talk to him about, okay, and you need to do this at the beginning. Don't wait till you are all locked in. He's done all these things for you, spent all this money on you. And that's a little ugly spirit too for us women. Like when we get with these men and all we want them to do is just spend money. You know what I'm saying? And we just using them and thinking like, that's okay. No, you don't. For me, I don't want nothing from a man. Don't spend nothing on me. You know what I'm saying? The first date, it would be, coffee or something like that. Something very light. It's not going to be a candlelight dinner because you don't, for one, I think too highly of myself. And I'm not even going to allow you to take me nowhere, first of all, because I know who I am. I could take myself out, for one. So it's not going to be easy to get with me because that taking me out to eat thing, that's not going to work. So that's how number one, you have to, little uglies, I'm going to tell you, little uglies, that's their go-to. Take you somewhere, to a bar, take you out to eat. Little uglies will do that. They don't have standards. Men with standards, they not going to be coming out their pocket for a random woman. They're going to try to get to know you first. They're going to text you, good morning, how was your day? They're going to try to get to know you. They're going to be friends with you on social media, get to know and really go through your social media and say, okay, is this the type of woman I even want to deal with? But this is my my perspective about dating a little ugly. And not really putting this little ugly person on Front Street, but putting this person on Front Street because the way that, I was treated, it all started with like when I started to notice it, it was like little jabs at me, little jabs at where I come from, little jabs at, when I want to do things with my friends, it was like, a issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's another thing. Like, if you want to go out with your friends and hang out, and this was my birthday. This was going out for my birthday. This was not even, me going out with my friends and me clubbing. Because once I got into a relationship, that was it. You know what I'm saying? But, if you wanted me to be with you on my birthday, you should have made an effort. You didn't make an effort. You didn't give me flowers. You didn't do none of those things. Like, I don't even remember if that person got me flowers on my birthday. I really was not into flowers around that time. But let me fix something. Hold on. So at this time, I wasn't even into flowers like that. So this person did not take the time, and I didn't think about it at the time because for me, I was always assertive. Like, for my birthday, even to this day, like, nobody really needs to plan anything to me. I will plan my entire birthday. I will get my cake. I will get my ice cream that I want. I will get the flowers that I want. I will order the flowers and have them come to me at work, wherever I'm at. Like, I do those things for myself. So I pour back into me, and that was from good parenting. That was from good nurture. That was from my mom and my grandmother nurturing me. You know what I'm saying? God didn't only bless me with a mother, but he also blessed me with a grandmother. You know what I'm saying? A strong woman. And so my grandma taught me how to be a lady, number one. That's the most important thing. That's why I don't get on here and I'm not showing my butt. And you know what I'm saying? Even this right here is a little too revealing for me, but I'm working out. Y'all know I want to lose weight. If you don't know, I may start putting my weight loss journey. I won't put it here. Definitely go to my shorts. Look at my shorts and you'll see. So, let me drink some of my coffee. Hold on. I'm going to have to get a white light in here because I don't like the way it's looking. Okay, but anyway. So, Lil Ugly, let's go over it. Let's go back to the very beginning. Lil Ugly started to show their true colors because first they used to say little things that would target me, and I've never dealt with a man who throw little jabs at me about where I'm from, or things that my mom has done, my dad has done, like their past. And that's another thing, you never tell a little ugly about your family business, don't tell Lil Ugly that, because Lil Ugly will regurgitate it. Lil Ugly will tell your business. When y'all get into an argument, Lil Ugly gonna say everything about your family and don't even know nothing about your family. They only know what you told them. So don't know anything. They just know bits and pieces. They may know 2% of about your family. They don't know anything. But that's what Lil Ugly will do. That deception, that insecure spirit that person is dealing with. Like, I never had to deal with an insecure man, but until I got this Lil Ugly spirit. And now we can put a name on it. So that Lil Ugly spirit, you know, if you're dealing with a Lil Ugly spirit, honey, I'm telling you, you're going to have to get out of it. It's nothing to play with. I'm telling you. It will only, that Lil Ugly spirit will only get worse. So if you're dealing with a Lil Ugly spirit, I suggest, by all means, you find the will to get out of that relationship. That's not something to play with. And I know it sounds funny, like, oh, that Lil Ugly. But like I said, it's not always about appearance, because vanity, your beauty will fade. Beauty is going to fade. You're not going to always look the same way. You're not always going to be that size 2 that you want it to be, or you're not always going to be as curvaceous as you want to be. Things are going to start to just, you know, it just is what it is. But I'm glad I was able to share this Lil Ugly series with you, because we're going to continue this Lil Ugly series, because it gets deeper. You know what I'm saying? It gets deeper. Oh, you thought that little insecure man and just making little jabs at you about your character, that's the beginning. They start to try to tear down your character. They start to, especially if you're a beautiful woman, it's like, why you wear your hair like that? And you got beautiful long hair. And you're like, what? What do you mean? I always wore my hair like this. Well, why do you wear your hair? You need to do something with your hair different. And you're like, okay. Or, why are you wearing that? Like, what is that? Why do you wear that? That look ghetto. That look hood. That look ratchet. But you were wearing those same things when you attracted that person. You know what I'm saying? But it's a problem now because they're insecure. You know, that Lil Ugly spirit is very insecure. And we're talking about an insecure spirit. So this Lil Ugly series, it's going to keep going. I could ramble all day about it. But I'm going to get more organized with this series. This was just a chit chat with me. If you like this video, please share this video, comment, subscribe. I would love to have you on my channel. As I stated, I have been going through a few things in my life, but just know I am working through them. You know what I'm saying? You're actually being able to see that a person that looks like me go through things. As a mom, and not saying how I look, but just I'm on here and I'm able to articulate myself, and I'm able to stand here and be vulnerable with you. I'm not afraid to show that I go through things. Some people just try to hide it, or they really are very private people and they really don't want you to know. Me, I'm going to be forthcoming with it, because that's just who I am. God didn't instill, he didn't instill in me to not share. So I'm not going to share everything, but I'm going to share bits and pieces. And so, true thinkers, as always, thank you for coming to my channel. Let me know in the comments, you know, what do you think about this Lil Ugly series? Are you dealing with a Lil Ugly?
I do. Answer I may never find, but I'll always choose you. Wanna give up on you, but I know I can't. I put the blame on me for giving you a chance.